NHL player stat leaders, week 18. I don't know why I'm holding this marker. I go outside with it too. People look at me weird. Okay, so I released a fantasy segment last week in which I called it week 17, and then I corrected myself, said it was week 18, and it's week 18 now. Sorry for the confusion. Let's get to the board and let's start with points, shall we? Number 1, Nikita Kucherov. Number 2, Patrick Kane. Number 3, Connor McDavid. Number 4, tied for number 4, Johnny Gaudreau and Mikko Rantanen. And number 5, Nathan MacKinnon. Patrick Kane is just busting doors down as he put up like 10 points or so since week 16 when I last made this board. And the Colorado Avalanche, Rantanen, MacKinnon, that first line, the whole team really has gone pretty dry. And I guess as that first line goes, the team goes. So they've slid down that list a bit. Let's talk about goals. Alex Ovechkin at number 1. Tied for number 2, three-way tie. Jeff Skinner, John Tavares, Patrick Kane. There he is again. Number 3, tied for 3, we have Braden Point and Leon Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl makes his way onto this list. And, of course, Patrick Kane keeps climbing. Assists. Nikita Kucherov, number 1. Number 2, Blake Wheeler. Number 3, Mikko Rantanen. Number 4, Brent Burns. Number 5, Connor McDavid. Number 6, Patrick Kane. And tied for the 7th spot, we've got Johnny Gaudreau and Mitch Marner. Mitch Marner works his way onto this list, and Nathan MacKinnon gets bumped off. Let's talk about power play goals. David Pastrnak and Braden Point continue to hold up that number 1 spot. Leon Draisaitl gets onto another list here and gets that number 2. And there are 5 players tied for 3rd place with 11 goals. Let's move on to one of my newest parts of the board here called D-man points, defenseman points. I used to have shorthanded goals up here. It didn't really change much. It got boring. It got dry. I think this is more exciting. Number 1, Brent Burns. Number 2, Morgan Riley. Number 3, Mark Giordano. Number 4, John Carlson. And number 5, Chris Letang. Now, last time I did this, I had 6 players on this list. So Erik Karlsson got bumped from this one. He's also been on the IR for, I want to say like a few games now. So hence why he's fallen off. Total on ice per game. This category, again, it doesn't really change at all. I'm thinking maybe I just may omit it next time in order to make these videos slower. I know it has some pertinence later on when it comes to, who could win the Norris, because usually it's those guys who, are on the ice, those defensemen are on the ice anywhere from, 23 plus minutes a game, and then you look at points as well, and then they make their decision based on that. But still, number 1, Drew Doughty. Number 2, Ryan Suter. Number 3, Chris Letang. Number 4, Seth Jones. The numbers have just, been altered somewhat slightly there. Let's talk about hits, especially for those of you in fantasy leagues, banger leagues. This is muy importante. Number 1, William Carrier with 227. Now, if you remember, Carrier was out for like 2.5 weeks, give or take, and Vegas was very unclear about, or very vague about what the issue was with him, why he was injured, why he was out. At one point they said it was an illness, at one point they said it was UBI, who knows. Although, if you're number 1 of the hit list, and you're out for 2.5 weeks, and you're still number 1 on the hit list, there's got to be some, bruises and being banged up and this fracture or whatever. In any case, Ryan Reeves at number 2. Number 3, Brandon Tanev, who's new to this list from the Winnipeg Jets. Number 4, Milan Lucic. Number 5, Cedric Paquette. Number 6, Chris Wagner. And number 7, my buddy Matt Martin. Good to see him hang on to that list there. Let's go on to face-off win percentage. Claude Giroux at number 1. Jason Spezza at number 2. Last board I had, that was flipped. Jason Spezza took over just for that 1 week. Giroux has taken over his normal spot. Number 3, Travis Zajac is new to this list from the New Jersey Devils. Number 4, Sean Couturier. And number 5, good old Ryan O'Reilly. Shooting percentage. Number 1, Elias Pettersson. Number 2, Alex Chiasson. Number 3, Braden Point. Number 4, Leon Draisaitl. Number 5, Matt Duchene. Now, for the most part, everyone on this list was there last time I did this board. Although the numbers have come down by 3 or 4 percent there, which is to be expected. Both with Pettersson, Chiasson, Point. Draisaitl actually went up slightly in shooting percentage, and Matt Duchene is completely new to this list as Mark Scheifele was bumped off. Let's move over to shots. Number 1, Nathan MacKinnon. Number 2, Patrick Kane. Number 3, Tyler Seguin. Number 4, Evander Kane. A couple Kaners there. Number 5, Alex Ovechkin. Evander Kane is new to this list, and Jonathan Marchessault was bumped off. Let's talk about block shots. Number 1, Chris Russell. Number 2, Alec Martinez. Number 3, Alex Edler. Number 4, Andy Green. Number 5, Patrick Nemeth. Number 6, Braden McNabb. Nemeth and McNabb are new to this list, as is Martinez. He just really jumped onto this list in a big way. Maybe that's part and due because he's playing a little bit more with Muzzin gone now. Possibly. I know Muzzin was his partner. And Chris Russell basically moves right to the top of this list, which he was already on last time around. Let's talk about goalies, and starting off with goals against average. Number 1, Robin Lehner, still at number 1 there. Jack Campbell, of course, his usual spot at number 2. Number 3, Thomas Greiss makes his first appearance on this list. Robin Lehner's buddy there on the Islanders. Ben Bishop at number 4 continues to stick to this list. And number 5, Tuukka Rask. It's important to look at things in context too, because most of these goalies, I want to say, haven't played as many games as most others. So like Robin Lehner and Thomas Greiss are sharing the net on the island, and Lehner's got 30 games, Greiss has got 29. And that's still a substantial amount, but I mean, you're looking at some other goalies have played anywhere between at least 10 more games. Anywhere between 40, 45 ish. Let's talk about save percentage. Jack Campbell, number 1. Robin Lehner, number 2. Number 3, Thomas Greiss, again, new to this list. Number 4, Andrei Vasilevsky. And number 5, Anton Khudobin, who was also tied with his partner in Dallas, Ben Bishop, right there. Wins. Marc-Andre Fleury at number 1, no surprise. Number 2, Martin Jones. Surprise, but no surprise, because of his poor save percentage. It's under 900. Number 3, Frederik Andersen. Number 4, Carey Price has really picked up his play in the past, since January or even before that, really. He's been doing really well. Number 3, did I skip number 3 somehow? Tied for number 3 is also, with Frederik Andersen, is Connor Hellebuyck. Excuse me. And then number 5, Andrei Vasilevsky, and we also have Sergei Bobrovsky is also tied for that 5th spot with 22 wins. Let's move on to the last column here, shutouts. Number 1, as always, is Marc-Andre Fleury. That number hasn't changed. Andrei Vasilevsky is new to this list at number 2 with 4 shutouts. No shock there. He's been great ever since he came back from that foot fracture, for the most part anyway. And then at number 3, there's 9 goalies tied for 3 shutouts. Thank you so much, again, for watching. As always, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on all these stats in the comments section. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you really liked it, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. And hey, if you happen to have any Hockey Geek friends, please don't feel shy about sharing. Thanks again, and I'll see you soon.